Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are in CCM Racing, Dublin. We're gonna test ride this beautiful Kove 800X Pro. It's a new brand for Ireland, but also for Europe, which is developing, let's say. It will be probably very famous soon. Story. All right, so it's already in first gear. Let's see how it goes. So the bike is very cold, of course. Where do we go? This way. Oh, I can tell you already, the engine is very, very torquey, and it's only in eco mode. Gearbox, the bike is brand new, 100 kilometers something, 170, very cold, just started it, but the transmission feels very slick, very nice, very nice. Wow. It's pretty loud, I'd say. It's a loud bike. We're gonna take a better look at the bike, and then we're gonna take it for a spin, probably mountain roads, I'd say, to see how it handles in the twisties. Oh my god, it's so freaking torquey. Ah no, wait a second, it's not in eco. It's actually in sport. I thought the guy left it in eco. That's why. Okay, so we'll have to put it in eco first, and then in sport again, because I want to see the difference. Maybe I can do it now at the light. So let's see. Gearbox is super good. I mean, I just found the neutral, no problem. So let's see. Ready mode, okay. Eco. Enter. Okay, now it's in eco. Okay, eco. The bike is very, very comfortable, and I think that depends on the seat height and also on the distance between pegs and seat. It's very, very comfortable. It feels like a big bike. Transmission is really good, guys. What? It's snatchy, snatchy. Wow. This is an eco. Yeah. Wow. Transmission is very good, guys. It handles very well, despite the knobby tires, which again are not really for off-road, but you see it's a bit snatchy at lower RPMs, lower gears. I think that's expected, and it's also a well-known thing for this model. All right, let's stop here for a second, as usual. Stop. Now, where are you? Oh, this is very long. Oh, the stand is very long. So, Kove 800X Pro. There is a new model coming up for 26, which is not available yet in Ireland. It's going to be available, I think, here in Ireland after June or mid-June something. There are not many differences between the two, but let's start with this one. The 800cc parallel twin, which is derived by the KTM 790, 80 Newton meter of torque, dual disc at the front, 4 piston calipers. The brand is Taisco. It's not a known brand in Europe, but it's one of the best brands in China. It's kind of known as the Brembo brakes for China, Chinese Brembo brakes, so high quality for the Chinese market. KYB suspensions, fully adjustable, both at the front and at the back, 240 millimeters travel. I think there is a quick shifter, but only up. There is no ride-by-wire, so this is like a cable throttle. That's why there are only 2 riding modes, as you saw already, Eco and Sport. Tires, I think it's 21 at the front and 19 at the back. These are Scorpion, Pirelli Scorpion tires, so very high quality tires. What else? Seat height 785 millimeters. As you can see, it's a very tall bike. Comes standard with these bar protectors and also this protection here. Then there is a beautiful screen. When you turn the ignition on, look what happens. Kove. Blah, 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 blah. It's a nice, effect. So other than that, we'll have to test ride it. I don't think this thing is adjustable. No, it's not adjustable. We can also evaluate the screen protection. It's also all LED lights, as you can see, and I left the indicator on. Differences with the 2026 model. So the 2026 model will come with ride-by-wire and 4 riding modes, quick shifter, up and down. So altogether, overall, it's just a slightly better electronics because of the ride-by-wire. But the engine and all the rest is exactly the same. Another thing, very important thing worth noting, actually, which I totally forgot to mention, is the weight. This guy weighs 185 kilograms wet with 20 liters tank. Yes, you heard me well, 20 liters of tank. For comparison, a Yamaha Tenere 700 is 20 kilograms heavier than this guy. That's pretty impressive. And also, this bike is so good that it has already won a few competitions, also the Dakar. So if you want, Google it yourself. Again, as I said, it's not a very well-known brand in Europe, but it's getting a lot of traction. So it's going to be very, very popular soon. That said, enough talks. Now we'll hit the motorway. We go for some twisty. And that's it. So the bike is still in eco. By the way, engine noise test. It's very loud. The stock exhaust is very loud, guys. It really is. I really love the fact that the seat height is so high, because I love tall bikes, because I got long legs. So, also the position of the pegs, as you can see, it's a bit forward, so it's not a naked style bike. This is more comfortable because you're less cramped. It's a more of a natural position for your knees and for your legs. Let's go. Whoa. Let's go. Kove 800X. So this way. Yes, so a thing worth noting, it's a bit snatch at the lower RPMs, first and second gear, so you need to use your clutch and be a bit smooth with the gas. But personally, I don't consider it as a cons, but as a pro, because I kind of like angry, snatchy throttle response. Motorway wise, feels, planted enough, no complaints. Wind protection, I'm not sure about the wind protection, because I'm not sure this thing is really doing much as for all the adventure bikes. In fact, if I put my head here, as you can see, the wind noise is way less. So I think this one is causing some turbulence, to be honest with you. it is actually causing some turbulence. But I think it's something you can solve with some extra thing on top of this, some extra deflector, some aftermarket, you know, stuff, or you just change the full thing for a bigger one. But you know, I'm not sure, because these guys are mostly meant to go a bit off-road, and you don't probably want a very long windscreen. Anyway, yeah, if you select this, wind protection is so much better. Anyway, you feel empowered because the bike is tall, it's stable, it's comfortable, but it's also very powerful. So you feel like a king, you know. But also it's so light. Now, is it nimble like a naked bike? I don't know, like an MT-09 or an Hornet 750? No. You will feel that it takes more time, of course, to change direction, but also that's also because of the 21-inch tires, of course. But despite that, it's very, very light, and also the body position is very neutral, so I'm not really leaning forward at all. It's really also good for off-road because you need to stand up a bit. The seat, by the way, is very plush. The seat is super, super comfortable. I've been riding now for, okay, it's only probably 20 minutes, but you know, you will feel those 20 minutes with other bikes. This one, amazing seat, I have to say, very nice. Sport, confirm. Yes, now it's a sport. You see even the color changed. The color changed of the dash. It's now in sport, okay. Yeah, it's a bit more responsive, for sure. Very nimble. Wow, man! Yeah, it pulls, it pulls. Cyclists. Always be aware of cyclists, because they can never stay home. No. Oh, nice. Yeah, it handles well. Despite the knobby tires, handling is pretty good. Now this part is a bit humid and wet. Yeah, but there is a bit of snatchiness in the throttle response. Now I'm in third gear and I can feel it. This is something which they say has been resolved in the new model, because they put the ride-by-wire, they've improved the electronics. Let's slow down for a second so we give time to the car ahead of us to get lost. I know they won't, but second gear. Yeah, it goes up, no problem. Oh, my mistake, my bad, my bad. I mean, the engine is very responsive. Brakes, by the way, I mean, I'm not really putting them to the test, but the feel is good. They brake well, and there is, you know, they are confidence inspiring, let's say. But I have to say, by the way, I don't see a lot of difference between Eco and Sport. You know, even in Eco, it's pretty snatchy and powerful and responsive. So I don't really know where the difference. Anyway, the buffeting is really high. You see now, there is a lot of. If I select this, it's a much better airflow. So this thing is causing a lot of buffeting, and unfortunately, as you know, it's not the only one. It's a very common thing in adventure bikes. It's very common thing. I had the same issue in many other bikes. For example, the Kove 800 Sport. I had the same issue in the Moto Guzzi Mandello, but only if I would leave it down. Putting him up electronically resolved the problem, at least partially. The only bike which doesn't have this problem is the Yamaha Tracer 900, at least the GT version, where again you can regulate the height of the screen or the windshield electronically. If you put it in the highest mode, it's perfect. There is literally zero buffeting. But other than that, all these guys, they always create issues because they are a bit too far from you. You see the distance between my body and the windshield. I can't even reach it with my long arms. So something to consider if you are oriented on the adventure side of things. Slow. Good feel. Yeah, amazing. You see, I was totally able to do some tail braking, shift down to the 4th gear, and the bike sat perfectly balanced on the asphalt. Nice job, Kove. Nice. Wow, the engine really has a lot of juice, guys. Just, it's not a road where I can push it, but the handling is really nice. Really nice. The bike is stable, planted, predictable. You know exactly what the bike is doing. You really do. Yes. By the way, if you're interested in this bike, go and have a look. You can take it for a spin. Go to CCM Racing in Dublin, South Dublin, Ballymount, I think, and have a look. The guys are so kind. First gear. The clutch is predictable, I like it. Altogether, I think it's a nice package. It looks nice. The tank is also, this is metal. It's a nice color, elegant, in grey. Tires are tubeless, by the way, which is important. It's not always for granted. Someday you can take it for granted in the adventure bikes, the fact that the guys think. By the way, do not forget to like the video. Even if you didn't like it, just like it anyway. And subscribe to the channel, even if you have zero interest in this channel, just do it, because at the moment I have around 265 subscribed and I want to get to 100,000 by the end of the year, so please help me, okay? Thanks. See how it handles here? Beautiful. Wow, the engine is really angry. I want to stop again so we can recap pros and cons according to my personal opinion of this bike. Alright, so let's see how snatches the you see snatch. You need to be careful. Always put the hand, leave the hand on the clutch and help yourself with the clutch. Yes, okay. Shifting up and down is very good. It's again only between 1st and 2nd gear it's a bit jerky. It's not very precise, so it needs like a stronger input, but all the rest it's super smooth and good. But let's stop again in the usual spot. We're gonna wrap up this video with pros and cons of this bike. Now I can tell you what I really think about this bike. So let's stop. Now, whoa, stand, where is the stand? So, the position is so awkward for me. Oh, so, what do I think about this bike? Well, for me, it's thumbs up. So engine is very, very punchy, very nice. It can rev up high and still have a lot of fun. The bike feels very comfortable. I love the seat height. I love the seat itself. It's very plush, you know. Look here, it's very, very comfortable. And I don't think it's a comfort seat, I think it's just standard. Handling is very good, despite the knobby tires. The bike feels nimble enough. Of course, it's not a naked bike, and the 21 inches, you know, makes the difference. But this bike is basically meant to go everywhere. It's an adventure bike. So it's perfectly good for the road. Of course, I'm not going to be able to test it off-road. First of all, I don't have the skills. Second of all, I don't know. I don't even know where I could go. So this is just my personal first impressions about the bike. Pipe. I mean, it sounds very good. It's actually pretty light the way it is. Also, look here. Look like the mud fender. How good it is. It goes down. And it's not like the naked bikes where it stops here and they splash all the water to the engine. This is actually pretty good. It's not the same thing at the rear, I suppose, but it should be good enough. Electronics is good. So the process again is, I suppose, is the engine. The way it looks, the weight. The cost is also a problem because this bike is sold for 10,750 at the moment, but because the 2026 model is coming up soon, you might maybe even get a small discount. I don't know. You should talk to the dealer. Remember, CCM Racing. Go and have a look. Amazing guys. The only thing again I didn't like is well, this one. But it's not a problem of this specific bike, it's a problem of any adventure bike, and you can't even regulate it or raise it, nothing, it's just fixed. So there is a lot of buffeting when you go over 80, 90 kilometers per hour. So you should at least put some extender here or something, or just go after market and buy another one. What else do you want me to say? It's a bit jerky at lower RPM, as we said already. So you need to work your way with, you know, gas and clutch. Mirrors are good. Dash is very clear, very big, very nice. So I suppose, here's the thing, if you're looking for a mid-size adventure bike, so stuff like this one, the Touareg 660, the Tenere 700, the Honda Transalp 750, I think you should at least shortlist this, because for the price of what you get, it's phenomenal. It weighs 20, even more less than all the rivals. It is more powerful, for sure, the Tenere. It is probably same power, just a little more than the Honda. I mean, it's an amazing bike, honestly. For what you pay, what you get, have a look, guys. CCM Racing. Let's go back to the dealer. I don't know. It's a Chinese bike, but it's built with very good materials and components. Everything is, you know, high standard. You won't get anything better with an Honda or a Yamaha bike, honestly. To be bit sneaky here, otherwise it will stay there forever. Snatchy. Hey. CCM Racing, guys. Do not forget to have a look. Come for a spin. Very good.
How would you get on?
Very good. Very nice.